What's up, what's up? It's Saucy Rossi, and today I'm going to show you how to make honey mustard chicken legs on your barbecue. This recipe is very versatile, super easy to do, and can really be done on any type of barbecue as well. So don't worry about the fact that I'm using a charcoal grill. This works perfectly fine on a gas grill or an open fire grill as well. We're going to get this recipe going with some Dijon mustard. Then we're also going to add in some honey. And I'm also going to add in some red pepper flakes. And that's going to be our entire sauce. It's just that. Very straightforward. I'm also going to use Cusos hot honey dry rub on the actual chicken drumsticks as well. So put that dry rub aside for a second. We're going to go 1 part Dijon mustard to 1 part honey. Then you can throw in as many red pepper flakes as you'd like. This part is up to you. Really go as hot as you want with those. That's a personal preference thing. Then once you have everything in the bowl, give it a good mix. You want it to be nice and runny, just like this. That's what we're looking for. So next we're gonna grab those chicken drumsticks. You're gonna grab some paper towel and just remove all the moisture. Try and get them as dry as possible. That's really gonna help with the cook. Then we're going to transfer them to a metal bowl and apply our dry rub. Now be generous here. And it's also important to note that this dry rub can be whatever you'd like. Even salt and pepper works. Again, we're using Cusos hot honey today, but whatever you think is best on chicken really will probably work well here. So don't be afraid to experiment. So we've got our chicken and our sauce all prepared. We're gonna fire up the grill. And as you can see, I've got my grill configured with 2 charcoal baskets on either side. This is going to allow us to cook the chicken on indirect heat across the center of the Kettle Grill. Now, if you're just using a regular barbecue, all you have to do is turn on 1 or 2 burners, get your barbecue up to the right temperature, and then just put the chicken on off of the burners on indirect heat. That's what's important. Anyway, now that we got our charcoal all loaded in, we're gonna go ahead and open up those vents on the top and bottom and get this thing nice and warm. I'm probably cooking these up around 450, 500 degrees on this Kettle Grill. I find that's what works best for this, but you can do it at a lower and slower temperature. It's just however you'd like to cook your chicken. But again, I'm cooking this between about 425, 450, all the way up to about 500 or 550, because, got to get the Kettle Grill nice and hot. And if you take a look at what I'm doing here, I'm laying these drumsticks right across that center alley we've created so that they're all cooking on indirect heat. The charcoal will be running on either side of the grill, kind of like circulating the air inside the Kettle Grill, really helping all of this chicken cook correctly. So here it is after about 10 minutes of cooking. It's not, anything crazy, but it's starting to look good. And here we are after about 20 minutes. So at the 20-minute mark with this chicken, I'm gonna start putting on the sauce. I don't want this chicken to dry out. And right now, it's been cooking here 20, still juicy, but we are running at about 500 degrees. So you do have to be careful with this kind of thing. So like I said, let's go ahead and grab that sauce and coat these chicken drumsticks. Now, it's important to be generous here. And also, you can see the way I'm kind of like petting the chicken drumsticks. That's to make sure I'm not like swiping off that dry rub. It's kind of important that you pay attention to this. At this point, the dry rub should have tacked on, but you can still rub some off. So be careful. And yeah, be generous with this sauce. Get it all over that chicken. It's really worth it. But I think this is just the best part of this. So I'll shut up for a minute and let you watch me just sauce this up. Okay, cool. So we got our full first coat basically applied here. We're gonna go and throw the lid back on and let these cook for just a little bit longer here. So about 10 minutes has passed, that first layer tacked on. We're at about 30 minutes into the cook, and here I go throwing the second layer on. Again, I'll be quiet for you guys. You guys just enjoy this. Oh, this looks just so delicious. So we're coming up on the end of applying our second layer here. We're about 30 minutes into this cook. The chicken has passed an internal temperature of 165 degrees. We're running about 170 right now. I honestly do like to get my chicken drumsticks around 180. They become a lot more fall off the bone at that point. However, you can cook them to whatever internal temperature you want past 165 degrees. And depending on how much you really enjoy this sauce, you can go for a third layer. Now in this recipe video, I only do 2 layers. But if I were to do a third layer, I would probably speed up the time between putting on each layer. So at 20 minutes, do the first, 25 the second, and then the third at 30 minutes. So here we go. This is what the chicken looks like after it's finished cooking. We're about to take it off the grill and just absolutely devour this. But I thought I'd give you guys a quick show of how good it looks. I mean, look at that. Make sure you tell me in the comments below if you think that looks delicious. I think it looks incredible. By the way, I appreciate you watching this far into my video. If you liked this video, make sure you're liking and subscribing. I try and drop recipe videos very regularly, so I hope you're enjoying them. But check out this chicken. It looks to die for. That honey mustard sauce is tacked on perfectly. This is an easy cook for you to do on your barbecue, and I highly recommend you try this recipe out. Thanks again for watching, and I hope you're having a great day. Stay safe.